who somehow has gotten to be a so-called leader. The only reason he's able to pass himself off as a leader, that goes for the other narcissistic dirtbag pastors, is because they haven't had to compete with a real leader, a God-made leader like me, who has true competence. And these dumb idiots like Robert Baker, ignorant, dumb, deceived, weak betas, low T, low IQ, low competence. The only reason they're able to get by is because they're manipulative. That's what they're maxing, manipulating. They're getting good at manipulating people, and that's pretty much all they can do well. And they just feign competence and rub people the right way, tell people what they want to hear a lot, and they work to deceive people that way. So in this video, I'll be commenting on Robert Baker, some of the signs of narcissism. I've said for a long time he's highly narcissistic. Robert Baker is highly narcissistic, which means he won't be happy about this video. Now, I'm not a hyper-agreeable beta, I'm a fearless warrior. I have courage, which is why they can't shut me up, the deep state. The deep state control a lot of the pastors out there. Rafi Gone is one of these puppet pastors controlled by the deep state. Brandon Hose is one of these radio shows that's used to promote shills. So I had the ability to see that, and they don't like that. They don't like me being able to call them out. So Brandon Hose is on these deep state puppet controlled YouTube channels, and he's used to promote other shills. The shills support each other. The deep state want to control the masses. How do they control the Christians out there? By controlling who the Christians listen to. I've been teaching this for a long time. How the deep state work to control the masses by control who the masses listen to. So they control Joe Rogan, who I've been saying for years is a puppet, a deep state puppet shill. And I see more recently now people are starting to wake up there. As usual, I'm ahead of my time. Where it's like I've been teaching some for years, and sooner or later it starts becoming more popular. So I've seen some people get on a bandwagon, I'd be like, yeah, Joe Rogan is a deep state puppet, he's a shill. Like I've been saying for years. You should have been listening to me all these years. Now the reason a lot of people haven't heard about this is because I'm shadow banned by YouTube, which means they work to hide me from people. And they unsubscribe people from me that subscribe to me. And there's a lot of people that could verify that. There's a lot of people that subscribe to me, they get unsubscribed. And then like months later they realize, what happened? Oh, I was unsubscribed. See? So some of the ways that they work to limit my growth is to unsubscribe people from me that do subscribe to me. They don't send out notifications to people. Even people that click on notifications and they want to subscribe their notifications. Some people get unsubscribed by YouTube. Others stay subscribed, but YouTube doesn't send the notifications when I go live upload something. Which is why if I upload a video, 15-minute video, quality video, within 24 hours I have like 12 views on it, on a channel with close to 3K subs. Face value is like proven that I'm being shadow banned and YouTube is working to hide my videos from people. It makes no sense that a person that's as active as I am, look as good as I am, with the thumbnails, with the search and optimization, with the hashtags, with the tags, with the content considered, amount of hours spent daily live streaming, okay? It makes no sense I'm getting as few views that I do on the long form content like videos that I upload to my channel. Posted 3K subs, spend hours live stream per day, upload at least 3 shorts per day with hashtags, okay, and decent thumbnails, decent plus. It makes no sense that if a person with 3K subs, uploading shorts every day, spending hours a day live streaming, everything else considered, would get like 12 views on a video they upload to the channel in 24 hours. It's because YouTube is hiding me because I'm dangerous to them. I'm dangerous to the deep state, and YouTube is a deep state corporation. And they used to YouTube is part of the problem. Anyway, support. In this video, let's get back to the main topic that I selected before going live. Robert Baker being a narcissistic dirtbag. And if you come in being disrespectful, you get blocked. If you write any comment and click the like button, you get blocked. So now you know that, okay? I put down my boundaries. If you violate them, you get blocked. You lose the ability to communicate to me. And it's not going to take long until they come in here, the cyberstalks work for the gang stalking program. I'm a target of the deep state, talking about gang stalker videos, which is similar to the They Live guy in the They Live movie on in the Matrix, where they have a system persecution program targeting them. That's my reality. And I am like the They Live guy in the Matrix, because I can see the truth and I can prove that. It's not just a claim. See, I have the videos available to back it up, showing fortune under a pandemic, showing that I'm that type of person, a seeing leader, as opposed to the blind leaders or the blind that you've been following, like Robert Baker, Rafi Gone, and others. I had videos to prove it. If I say I'm like the Matrix or the guy that they did movie, I'm a person being persecuted, like Neo the Matrix. And what people don't understand is the typology, meaning pop culture contains hidden plain view truth. So major productions are like documentaries disguised as fiction in part. That's part of the reality that most people are blind to. That's part of reality. Most people are fundamentally ignorant because they lack insight and perception, which what makes us undeceivable. Which why they fall for things like, go, "Ha, you got a pie on your face, egg on your face." I didn't fall for this scam. You did. See, you could have listened to the scene leader. You would have been warned and not made the bad decisions that you made, that you regret later on, unless you stay in there now. So, uh, I am like the guy in the Daily movie with the glasses that can see the truth in plain view. I got videos to prove it. I've shown foreshadow of the pandemic. I also have screenshots of a shopping list of which that looks like a guy who knew the pandemic was coming and was buying things to prepare for it. Okay, like N95 respirator masks, air purifiers marketed as killing viruses in the air, and a nebulizer, um, and other things. Okay, so it's like I've made videos showing foreshadow of the pandemic before it happened. Because that's another part of reality most people are blind to, including Christians. I guess you haven't had God guiding into all truth, so you end up out here knowing the truth so you can pass it on to others. Most Christians are about as blind as the average lost person. They live in La La Land. So I have videos showing foreshadow of the pandemic, which I can see. I looked at Luke Fiasco's music video. That's an instant foreshadowing that I discovered. Where Luke Fiasco's music video, Words I Never Said, that's foreshadow of the pandemic. Where the deep state power leads who were planning the pandemic hinted at the pandemic before they pulled it off. Just like they did with 9/11, which I also have videos of showing foreshadow of the 9/11 attacks in Hollywood movies. Die Hard and others, always. I also made videos decoding the No California movie, showing the hidden plain view truth there. Basically, anti-Shigur symbolizes the deep state power leads, the psychopathic circular power leads, and also the substance sugar, which are the silent killers that use to control the masses. So remember this, if you want to take away one thing from this video, the deep state won't eating a high sugar diet. The reason that the average Western person is eating a high sugar diet is because the deep state want the masses controllable, and having the masses eat a high sugar diet make them more easily controlled. They want you eating a high sugar diet and being deficient in vitamin C, because that makes you mentally weak and easy to control. Also makes you uglier and age faster. So, Robert Baker, narcissistic dirtbag, he should have been listening to me all these years. Notice how it doesn't work to be narcissistic. Long term, it doesn't work out. Robert Baker, first of all, I had an eye injury from using soap, which I've been teaching for years as a Christian here. Don't use this type of hygiene products. Be aware of the toxic chemical hygiene cleaning products, what most people use. Switch to natural apple soap. If you would have switched to natural apple soap and purchased home from this toxic chemical hygiene cleaning products, they would have had an accident. So Robert Baker came out in a YouTube video with like an eye patch. It's like I almost went blind. Okay, I was in the shower and I was squeezing on one of these soap containers, and it was like backed up and squirted into my eye, and I almost went blind. He was wearing an eye patch for a while in his videos, and then later on he went to glasses because he had like a problem with his eye. That never would have happened if he would be listening to a seeing leader. Note how mental blindness and spiritual blindness can lead to physical blindness. I guess God has to guide you into all truth, that thou mayest prosper, be in health, even as thy soul prospers. Me, I'm out here. I'm a Christian. I've had serious health problems. Heal myself, age in reverse, thanks to God, because God has shown me how to heal the health problems that I've had, and I'm an example of strength and health and energy now. And I've aged in reverse, cured several mental physical health problems. But I guess that makes me weird because the average person, or Robert Baker, he gets worse and worse and worse, whereas I've been getting better over time, looking better, improving across the board. So Robert Baker would have had an injury with the soap where he almost went blind if he would have been listening to my advice, which I was sharing before that happened to him. Stop, hey Christians, Mike's sharing God's health fitness wisdom. Stop using these toxic chemical hygiene cleaning products, the soaps, the shampoo, shower gel, stuff like this. And what happened? He wasn't listening to me. He stayed having these hygiene cleaning products, and he had an accident that almost burned his eye off. Okay, he almost went blind, and then it would have happened if he had natural apple soap. See, it's happened so many times. I'm showering, I get natural apple soap in my eyes, and it's like soapy and bubbles, and just rinse it out. There's no pain. Okay, so then it would have happened to him. Then it would have happened to him if he would be listening to me, or being a person that has been following God and being blessed with health, fitness, wisdom, and insights, and he would have learned what to use and what not to use. Now, commenting on what he said in a recent video, he came out, I got health problems. He said, I'm not happy with my health and physique. I got a belly, I'm trying to get rid of it. I got sleep apnea, I got this, that health problem. I feel unhealthy and sick, and I'm concerned about going to sleep and yada yada. And here's the point. What they don't like about me, the deep state, is I'm a courageous warrior. I'm fearless. I fear no man. I've been fighting the deep state for 10 plus years now. I've had murder attempts, assassination attempts, physical targeting, threats. I've never stopped. They don't like a fearless, courageous warrior, an alpha male who's bold and aggressively attacking the lies of the system and defending himself and God-given human rights. They don't like that. They don't like people they can't control. Oh, and a major control use is fear. So, anyways, the point. Robert Bacon in a recent video was talking about how he had health problems. He's trying to get rid of a belly. Okay, I got a belly. Well, if you would have been doing OMAD fasting, which takes masculinity and discipline, and being not a lover of pleasures, more the lover of God, and being able to put your flesh in subjection, Mr. Leader, beta bitch. If you would have been listening to me and live like I do, you never would have had a belly. You could have a six-pack at your age if you believe like me. If Rob Breaker was mirroring my lifestyle these years, he would have had a flat stomach at the very least, quite possibly abs, okay? Now, Rod Breaker shows up here being unhappy with his health due to his lifestyle choices, how he's been choosing to live his life. Eating processed food, a high sugar diet, not getting the right type of supplements, type and amount, using toxic chemical hiding home clean parts, attacking testosterone, which leads to abdominal obesity, like having adipose tissue collection at the stomach area. So if he would have been listening to me, taking my advice, he could have been slimmer, healthier, look and feel better, and I would have had a problem with his eye. See, back when I used to make videos and he showed up on one of my videos, oh, it's Robert Breaker here. I'm a narcissist. My false self is under attack. I need to show up doing damage control. Your comment section got a video exposing me. He's like, I'm here, Robert Breaker. Okay. See, and if he would have at that point be like, looked at my channel and be like, wow, this guy obviously knows what he's talking about. Look at the shape he's in and stuff. I'm gonna ask him, hey, why don't you come on my podcast as a guest to teach God's health, fitness, wisdom? And listen to me. He never would have had the eye problem where he almost went blind, and he could have been so much healthier now. He never would have had the health problem that he has. So, Rod Baker, the narcissist, ranging from full, highly narcissistic individual to full-fledged narcissist. One of the tells of narcissism is he's hypersensitive to perceived insults and slights. He's very vulnerable to public criticism. Okay, and check that box, because what is Robert Baker's behavior pattern? If somebody makes a video, and I'll be looking at for about me or somebody else, somebody makes a video, Robert Baker, negative truth this, he shows up in the comment section doing a song and that, oh, Mr. Goody Two-Shoes Christian, oh, I'm so offended, how could you say this? I'm praying for you. See, it's like, oh, somebody's out here attacking my false self, Robert Baker, best Christian ever, and I need to show up the damage control. Oh, look at me being a great Christian in the comment section of the video that's saying I'm not a good Christian. I'm praying for you. And how could you say something? I'm praying for you. That's the narcissistic response. It was like, okay. And it's like hiding his aggression, but he'll be passive aggressive in his videos and things like this, but it's like it's all for show. So another sign of narcissism is a refusal to take responsibility, where he's not accepting accountability. So that's part and parcel of being narcissistic, is not holding yourself accountable and taking responsibility for yourself. See? So if you listen to me, I go like, well, the reason I got asthma and allergies, I don't think I would have gotten them if I would have quit sugar sooner and started making also vitamin C a lot sooner than I did. Even despite people working to talk me physically, I don't believe I would have been as affected if I would have started making also vitamin C earlier, quit the toxic chemical hiding home clean products around 18 years old, and like got on a vitamin C protocol,
the supper protocol I am now on and teach to others, quit the sugar sooner, and I don't think I would have had this health problem that I later on healed totally, a lot of. Now, Robert Baker, being narcissistic, narcissists don't like to take responsibility. Okay, they won't accept accountability. So Robert Baker in the video is like, oh yeah, I got health problems, sleep apnea, I got a bill, I'm not happy about it, and I got this and that health problem. I'm struggling with health problems. I blame the processed food in America. It's bad. It's so hard to get a hold of processed food. That's like in your face, out in the open, like a covert narcissist, but overt to people like me with eyes that can see. Where it's like, oh yeah, I got these health problems. I blame the processed food in America. They will me, like if I came down with a cough, I blame the cigarettes, tobacco companies. Who's choosing to buy the cigarettes and smoke them? See? It's the I am, okay. So it's like I got health problems and I got a big belly. I don't like that. Try to get rid of it. And I got sleep apnea. This is that health problem. I blame the processed food in America. It's a pity it's so hard to get a hold of good food here. Who's choosing to buy the processed food? I dealt with the same thing before. Uh, talking with Americans on YouTube when I talk about health, fitness, and intermittent fasting, and that people seem to be in great shape and things like this. I'll be like, oh yeah, I talk about sugar is poison, it's bad for you. It's like that's why if somebody's like I would like to lose some weight, I got too much fat. Yeah, with the high sugar diet. One of the most important things is cut down your sugar intake. When you get fat, eat sugar. High sugar diet. Be like, well, it's hard to get something without everything has sugar in America. No, not everything. A well-stocked grocery store anywhere in America is gonna have food that's sugar-free, low to no sugar, and unprocessed, light to no processing. So, Rod Baker exposed himself as a narcissist or highly narcissistic person by refusing to take responsibility and accountability. And part of masculinity is being hard on yourself and easy on others, like the Stoics once said, meaning being radically responsible, which is people like me that are not narcissistic. The part of the secret to success is being brutally honest with myself and being constantly scanning for areas where I need improvement. So being able to perceive flaw in oneself and like, yeah, I'm weak in this area, I need to improve it. That's the secret to success, which why narcissists fail long term a lot of time because they're blinded and willfully blind themselves to like areas of weakness. Where it's like, well, yeah, I need to improve over here. I'm not doing this good in this area. See? So take responsibility is part of the mental game that has led to all these physical benefits in me, meaning aging in reverse, looking younger now than I did 10 years ago, maintaining a six pack, rip with a six pack. That makes me be in the fitness elite. You know, only one at 25,000 men have a six pack, but I'm 35. I'm 36, rip with a six pack. That puts me in the fitness elite, top 1%. All of this boils down to take responsibility and care about what the truth is. Don't leave comments or click the like button as I said before. You get blocked. You got 60 seconds to leave a like or you're getting blocked. The person won't hide. I told you before, I don't settle for breadcrumbs. I have high standards. I don't tolerate people come and leave comments and don't click the like button and be like, oh, so I'm going to give you an answer. Yeah, I'm not going to interact with you, engage with you. And most people come by are flying monkeys for the narcissistic deep state prescription called gang stalking. Like a lot of people come in harassing me as cyber stalkers. They work for the gang stalker program as cyber stalkers and work to push my buttons to sabotage my content in real time. That's what it boils down to. So, Robert Baker, the narcissist, high narcissistic person, he refused to take responsibility for himself. So, he goes, in the recent video, yeah, I got a bill, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm not happy with my bill, I'm trying to get rid of it. I got this at help, I got sleep apnea. I'm not happy with my health, I'm unhealthy. I got health problems, I'm not happy with my belly, I'd like to get rid of it. And I blame the processed food in America. I blame the processed food in America. It's so hard to get it. It's just be good if it was easier to eat healthy. That's a narcissistic person. Why? Because he refuses to take accountability. The obvious thing is nobody is forcing him to buy the processed food. He blames narcissistic blame shifting, blame away from you, blame yourself for eating unhealthy all these years, and now you're here having health problems you complain about. To the blame lies with the processed food in the external. So that's what I'm blaming, the processed food. Who's choosing to buy the processed food? You. Who's choosing to buy processed food? You are. So a Swedish supermarket is 99% the same as the American supermarket. ICA supermarket. It's like an American supermarket, including the brands Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mars, Snickers bars, everything. Nutella. It's like a Swedish supermarket is very close to an American supermarket, including the brands. So I go to the supermarket all the time. And yes, they have an aisle with cereal, which I don't buy. They have a candy aisle. They have this and that. But they have things you can buy that's ranging from lowly processed to not processed at all and sugar free. I go to a supermarket. I buy what? A 3-pack of macro and tomato sauce. Ingredients: tomato sauce, macro fillet, no sugar. See? What else? They have a frozen meat aisle. Yes, if I go to the frozen meat aisle, you're gonna have processed kind of like chicken wings, like McDonald's or KFC, was like coated in batter and fried in some inflammatory syrup with sugar attitude and MSG and this and that, highly processed. But they also have meat, plain meat that's frozen. You like chicken legs, ingredients, chicken legs, okay, chicken. See? You can go to another aisle, they have pork chops, cat meat, ingredients, pig meat, okay, pork. So you're going to have in an American supermarket, and it's like, I'm not making this up, people know, you're gonna have options in a supermarket in America that are not processed. In the same supermarket you go to buy processed food, they're gonna have unprocessed food. In the same supermarket where you go and choose to buy sugary items, they're gonna have sugar-free items. Like what? A produce aisle, fruits and vegetables. They're gonna have frozen meats that are unprocessed. If you look at the ingredient list, it's gonna say meat, okay? Or you can buy a 10-pack of pork chops, or meat just as is and have your wife cut it up. See? Now, oh, okay, maybe that's the woke mode. It's like, why did wife have to do the cooking? Well, yeah, that's how it is. So, Rod Baker, narcissistic skirts, works to avoid accountability, refuse to be held accountable, and take personal responsibility. So, yeah, I'm unhappy with my health and my health problems and my belly. I blame the processed food in America. You should blame yourself for choosing to buy the processed food. It's kind of simple. It's not hard for me to make this case. It's like, when you go to the American supermarket, it's like a rifle squad there with guns. They point a gun to, hey, you, put this in your cart. And it's like highly processed sugar food. And they follow you all the way home, be like, now eat it, okay? And be like, okay, yeah, okay, we'll be back tomorrow, or something like this. No, you go in there and you choose to pick what you pick. So, a human being, part of self-improvement, masculinity, is accepting responsibility, holding self accountable, and having agency. So notice how you're selling yourself short, because you sound like a person that has low agency, where it's like you're not in control of yourself. See? It's like, I blame the processed food in America. I'm unhappy with my belly. You can't make videos exhibiting a 6-pack. Okay? I'm unhappy with my belly and health problems. I blame the processed food, which is clearly your choice to buy the processed food. Robert Baker has around 500,000 subs on YouTube. He's monetized. He definitely has enough money to be able to order food that's unprocessed. It's easier for him to eat healthy than his average viewer, because he's going to have a more comfortable life. He's going to have more money than a lot of Americans. So it's going to be easier for him to live healthy and eat healthy than for the average person. I mean, he could even take like donations, like help me buy grass-fed. Okay, it's definitely easier for him to eat healthy than the average person. So Rob Baker exposed himself as a low agency beta, weak man, not an alpha leader, not a strong man, but a weak man that's confessing to have low agency and exhibits narcissistic behavior, refuses to hold himself accountable, take responsibility for his choices. I blame the processed food for my health problem. Who's been choosing to buy the processed food? You. So that's narcissism. Blaming, not accepting blame and projecting, externalizing the blame. Where it's the fault of the processed food. The processed food is something you're choosing to buy. See, I've been going to the supermarket and I don't buy the processed food unless it's been a cheat day, which I stopped doing. This is month number 2, no cheat days. Daily low sugar, no cheat days. So, Rob Baker could have listened to me and learned. And he could have avoided, he would have been so much better off if he would have been listening to me and learning from me, seeking counsel. Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. Why do you think I'm so hate on YouTube? Because I'm right, see? Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. We eat the fruit of their own way. He's eating the fruit of his own way, rejecting the truth that God made sure was available to him, the light. See, a Christian health fitness teacher that God has imbued with power, knowledge, and understanding that can help every Christian. And like other Christians going to drop like flies, you have rejected the truth shared with you. God has made it available unto you, the body of Christ, health fitness secrets. And you don't understand how big of a deal that is. Like you kept eating a high sugar diet, remained deficient in the vitamins and the teacher to take, and you had everything available to you. God knows all these Christians through the Bible church people get hospitalized. They could have heard of me warning about root canals that become infected into heart attacks and strokes. Years back, they would have got a root canal infected. See? But they've been, if they came across a video, oh, just move on. But God will judge you, not just for the light available to you, but what you could have learned if you would have been seeking it. I've been out here for years. God knows if a good Bible church member would show up my channel, I'm here looking for coaching, Mike. I'd be like, take 3 hours out of my life to coach them one-on-one. I'm not joking. This is how I've been for years. Somebody shows up in my chat. Yeah, I'm a Christian, Mike. I've been praying for health. And I'm here to learn. I would have taken, like right away, gone and start doing the free health fitness coaching. That's been available to them for all these years. See? Learning everything that they need to learn. Prevent health problems, deal with health problems. And they just haven't been interested. So, my wife, she reports being cured of her allergies 99% from listening to me. Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. Men of understanding attain unto wise counsel. God has given me health fitness wisdom, which means I'm able to be a wise counsel to the body of Christ. And fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. And most people are not men of understanding, which means if there's a wise counsel, they're not going to be attending to it. Men of understanding attend unto wise counsels. So, Robert Baker, narcissistically, and I might make a YouTube short about this remix and cut out the clip. Robert Baker, narcissistically, refuses to hold himself accountable, refuses to take responsibility for his choices. See, I have a belly and health problems. I'm trying to get rid of it. I got health problems. I blame the processed food. That's narcissism, because he refused to take responsibility for choosing to buy processed food consistently and eating it. That's pretty much summarizes my point. Speaking of OMAD fasting, speaking of health fitness, I do OMAD fasting, and I started writing a Mike Sau guide to OMAD fasting tonight in a text document on my laptop. And it's a super shake recipe and what supplements to have in your gram-positive dose of supplements. And it's designed to be for every person, meaning there's certain individual things like I need this much niacin, which might be too much for somebody else. But it's going to be general truth. If I write a book or a guide to fasting, it's going to be the supplement list, gram-positive dose of supplements. It's going to be enough to benefit every person, but not too much for any person. So every person who buys my book, they can get on the super shake. They can use the recipe for a super shake for the OMAD meal. They can take the gram-positive dose of supplement that's prescribed by me, and it's not going to be too much for any person. and it's going to be enough to make a difference for every person. So I started by the Mike's Guide to Omit Fasting, and it's going to be a super shake recipe, because the way that I teach Omit fasting is the way that works, which is what I do. Most people that do Omit fasting are not doing it the right way. There's few people doing Omit fasting, and out of the few people that do, they're doing it the wrong way. They're not supplementing right. They're not eating right when they do eat. So my guide to Omit fasting is going to be doing it like I do it, with certain changes, because it's going to be one size fits all. See? And the right way to do Omit fasting is you have a super shake, a main course, and a post with also supplements. So I started by the Mike's Guide to Omit fasting. You're gonna get blocked. There's 2 people coming here writing comments. If you didn't click the like button, expose yourself as narcissistic dirtbags. You just hit to get something, attention, write something, and use my YouTube channel for their purposes, narcissistic. But they don't even hit the like button, see? Most people are losers. Most Christians are losers. They're slaves. They're losers. The average Christian man, the average Christian woman has had to settle for a guy with a low IQ and a dad bod, okay, who watches porn every week despite having a wife. And most Christian men has had to settle for a woman that would pick a guy, settle for a guy like that, which means an ugly woman with a high body count. Say, a whorish woman who's had like 3+ other guys' dicks, like another guy's leftovers. So the average Christian woman had to settle for a guy with a dad bod and low IQ. Okay, not handsome, like an ugly guy with a dad bod and low IQ that watches porn on a weekly basis despite being married. And the average Christian man has to settle for a woman with a high body count, low attractiveness, who would settle for a guy like him. So he said, I wouldn't want to trade places with you. Somebody wrote, God is always on my side, I can't lose. So why are you a loser then? Why are you failing at life? Why are you failing? You're a loser. You can keep telling yourself, copium. You're smoking copium. It's like, I can't lose. God is always on my side. Why are you feel so loser then? Why you might chat about in comments, not live streaming yourself teaching things? Okay. Yeah, I'm in the sidelines just watching other people do stuff. In my chat, God is always on my side, I can't lose. So why are you a loser? I don't see you winning anything. There's no proof of you winning at anything. Most Christians are losers. They're defeated by sin. They can't fast. They're eating too much. They're unhappy with their physiques. They feel bad. They have mental vagueness. Okay, and they're not succeeding in winning souls. They're not overcoming addictions. They haven't stopped watching porn. A lot of Christian men, I say most Christian men still watch porn at least once a week. They're not fasting. They're not seeing improvement in their health fitness. They look and feel bad. They're sick and tired. They have low energy. All the indicators low health. They're unhappy. They lack joy. So if you tell yourself that you're always winning as a way to cope with being a loser, that's not conducive to success. Okay. I'll be waiting for you to mention me and show what a winner you are, what you're doing this counts as winning. Make a video on the channel, commenter. Mike's how I'm winning in life. Okay. And most likely you're such a weak, loser coward that you don't have any videos teaching the gospel. And you don't have any videos doing anything. Instead you're just in the sidelines. So God is for Christians winning, but you have to walk. You have to follow God. It's not automatic. God is not a Calvinist who's just going to end up taking charge of your life and running everything for you, including you. God will make you have the option. He will make teachers available to you. He will make you have the option to find the truth that you need to learn the right way to walk. But you're going to have to walk it. You have a free will, volition. So most Christians, it boils down to they're not seeking the truth. They're unwilling to learn the truth. They don't love the truth enough. They don't seek the truth. they love lies, they don't care enough about what's right to receive some light and act on it, receive more light. So I don't have time for this. I gotta call my wife. She woke up recently, and I still didn't eat. I do omelette fasting, which is great. The reason why most people don't, even though they have a high body fat percentage, obesity epidemic, most people have an unhealthy body fat percentage, where they're fatty, they have more fat on their body than what's healthy. And a simple fix for that is do omelette fasting. The reason most people don't is because they're too weak in the character. It takes discipline, strength of character, to endure hardness, and that if you do hardness good for Lord Jesus Christ. It takes discipline to fast. So the average person, like I'm ripped with a six-pack, I don't look like a guy who needs to fast, okay? The average person, you look at them, the average American, Swedish person, the average American pig has low body fat percentage than the average American human. So the average American would, they really obviously need some fasting. They need to lose some weight. They need to burn some fat and lose some weight. And a reliable way to lose weight is to fast, okay? To eat less, basically. The reason the average person does this is because it's hard. It takes some discipline, some willpower, some strength of character to fast, to get into fasting, and to overcome the sugar addiction. That's why most people don't. And it's also, if you see a fat person, which why people don't respect fat people, okay? It makes you respect somebody less if they're fat. And people, one of the best status symbols is a fit physique, because it testifies of your character, that you have a quality character, discipline, that you're not soft, that you're not a man of low character, because it takes character to achieve and maintain a good physique. So people that are fat, they're eating too much, exercising too little, which means that shows the weakness, because if they would eat less, they get less fat. If they would exercise more, they would get less fat. So the reason that they don't is because it's hard to do, which shows that their character is weak. So I'm not here, Mr. Nice Guy. I'm not worried about being disliked. I'm here to teach the truth, and people that are receptive to the truth, and people that you can work with. They're not like a too far gone case. They had to make themselves be less of a lost cause. They can start following. So beware of Robert Baker, the narcissist. He could have been healthier. And there's a lot of Christians out there that are headed for health problems. That could have been avoided if they would have been listening to this video and start following. Say, start seeking my advice, taking it. Seeking my advice, asking my opinion, my advice, and then taking my advice. There's a lot of Christians, real Christians, saved people, part of the body of Christ, that are headed for health problems, that if they would watch this video, start following, take the advice, it could be prevented. There's a lot of Christians, my people perish for lack of knowledge. There's a lot of Christians that have died, and there's more Christians that will die because they lack the knowledge that I have, that they could learn for free from me, but they're simply not interested enough in the truth. So I gotta finish up. I still didn't break my fast. It's close to 4 a.m. I've been fasting close to 30 hours now, and I have no low energy. I thought you were gonna be low energy. I hear people sometimes chilling for the high carb diet. Like if you need energy, you need to eat carbohydrates. I didn't eat for close to 30 hours. Okay, no carbs or nothing, and I have limitless energy. I've been exercising tonight. I've been very productive, doing chores at home, cleaning, washing dishes, washing clothes in the washing machine, tidying up, making YouTube videos, exercising. All this, I'm more energetic right now than most people are, like after the first cup of coffee in the morning. And I've stayed energetic all day without eating. So fasting doesn't make you tired. Fasting actually gives you energy if you do it the right way. And it can take some time to adjust and get into it. But if you get into intermittent fasting and you do it the right way that I will teach you, you have more energy than before you started fasting. You have smoother energy, and you don't have to eat all the time to keep your energy levels up. And then wait for the inevitable carb crash where you get tired. So I'm gonna finish up. Let's get back to the video.